Welcome to the accountability call, y'all. My name is Inez. I'm here with my friend Eve. This is where we come to hold each other accountable to the things that we want to do, things that we have to do for our life, our business, our children. We are mothers of children and sometimes mothers of adults. And yes, we need accountability in order to get all the things done. Listen, I needed to hold myself accountable this morning, okay? Because I am sick. I got a chest cold. It started off with a missing voice last week that turned into a head congestion, which turned into chest congestion. So if y'all see me coughing on here, know that's where that come from. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I was tired, even though I got a little bit of sleep. I didn't want to be on this call right now. Okay. I was just like, I don't know when we're gonna do it. But something clicked in my body and was like, no, you must fight. I was listening to my motivational videos on YouTube. And next thing I know, I got my butt out of bed, put some workout wear on, and was outside running. Okay, running. And 60 something degree weather. Like, honey, this mucus got to come out because I got stuff to do. Okay. I got a purpose to fulfill. I got stuff to do for my family. I got to take care of my kids later. My husband has stood in for me. So I'm gonna just jump right into what I learned last week. And then Eve, you can talk about how you feeling today and what you learned because I feel like what I learned last week and what I learned this morning is like sometimes you got to push past what you think your limit is. Like children.
Yep.
Push past what you think your limit is. Push past the emotion. Last week I had a speaking engagement at the New You conference for New Momish in Maryland. And you know, I I feel like truthfully what I expected it to be was not what it was. Um just from the panel perspective. And I think one is probably because I haven't been on a panel in a very long time. Two, because you know, it is excuse me, it is only their second year doing this conference. And sometimes you just in the excitement of it all, so you don't do certain things that you do, and you kind of learn throughout the day how to do the things. But needless to say, I was just like, dang, I feel like it was a missed opportunity for me. But what I did was I had a conversation with, my friend. I had a conversation with my mother, and then I also had to have a conversation myself and be like, hey, pick yourself up, right? Push past the emotion, push past whatever limit you think there is right now, and go get what you came to get. Right. And that's what I did. And it turned into a really great day overall. And even today, as I wake up this morning, I'm just like, this is not the time in my life where being sick is the best, because I have a lot of things I need to get done. And these are urgent things because, there are bills that need to be paid. There are investments that need to be finished. And I'm like, I don't have time to be sick. I'm tired though. I don't feel like it, blah, blah. And just pushing past it and being like, I'm going to ignore what my brain is telling me and just continue to push my body. So I feel like this is what I'm learning. I've learned, I feel like in my entrepreneurial journey in general, but really over the last week or so, because I have had to push my body, even in sickness, in order to be able to accomplish or to be present for the moments that or opportunities, right? For the opportunities that being presented to me. It makes me think about, I don't know if you used to watch America's Next Top Model, Eve, but
Yes, I did.
yes. Okay. Back when they used to be like dead sick, but in them photo shoots killing it. Okay.
Wow.
And then you
Yes.
think about Eva Marcel, dead sick, dead sick. Yes, one of her best photo shoots ever with a spider. She was dead sick. Like,
Yeah.
but you show up and you give face and you perform, right? You perform
Yep.
either way. And so that is what I am learning. That is what I learned this morning. Like, even though you're laying in the bed feeling like I cannot do this, if I can push past that, I can perform. I can run around this whole block with chest congestion, head congestion, and sleepiness in my spirit. Okay. It's possible. So, how are you this morning? And what did you learn last week?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, Buddha, Allah, ancestors. I feel like I'm feeling good this morning. I do feel like tonko on pool sans tête, like a chicken without a head. A little bit, just a little frenzied. But because so much is happening in the next 48 hours, like, but then I also love it because hashtag we thrive in chaos. We're getting over that hashtag therapy. I think for me, I felt over this week just a lot of love again from friends. Just like really, I'm not playing any games. I'm like staying around my tribe. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just again, I think the thing that I'm always realizing for me is that with the right people, I heal with and through the right people. Because you don't heal in a vacuum, you don't heal by yourself. So when it comes to like how I want to show up for myself, my business, family, um, uh and whatnot, like or just to like general strangers, like I realized like I have so much energy and so much joy. Like literally yesterday, like I was really feeling the state of joy yesterday. I couldn't understand what it was. I couldn't pinpoint why it was there. I was just like, yo, no, I'm happy, but I feel a lot of joy. I'm like walking down the street and there was like a rainbow, like a double rainbow in Philly, like the other day. So every single time I walk by someone, like, do you see the rainbow? It's a double rainbow from
Wow, I
end to
never even heard
end.
of that double
It was
rainbow.
a double rainbow.
What does that even look like?
Girls amaze balls. I can't even
Is it two on top of each other? Like, or are they
literally like
crisscrossing?
one and two, like from end to end. You could see them from end to end. And I
Oh,
actually
wow.
and I actually made a whole video because something had hit me while I was like, you probably can't see it in the
Oh, I
it's
see
so
one.
yeah. The second one
Oh,
is like
Lord.
literally right beneath it, but like literally from end to end. And I started thinking about Dr. Maya Angelou, and she was just like, "There's a rainbow." She had a song about like she was singing a Afro spiritual hymn about like there's rainbows in my cloud,
Uh,
which always there's
mhm.
always rainbows in the clouds and stuff like that. And I was literally looking like you literally could stand and like it was bright, clear blue sky on one side and then gray darkness on the other side. And, I'm trying to study in my little faith walk, how do you balance like the lightness and darkness within yourself and the lightness and darkness within the world? But then you saw these rainbows and you're like, wow, you know what? Like literally one cannot exist without the other, and
Mhm.
one will always bring you back to the other. Like this rainbow will really bring you right back to the light, right? So that was really beautiful for me, just paying attention truly to like your outside and never taking anything for granted. So I love those lessons and I love those reminders. So it was blessed.
Y'all, how I end up leaving Philly and miss the dang double rainbow? My children would love that. Okay,
I know it was so nice.
they would have loved that. Like, yeah. Y'all, this gonna be a very real video because your girl's in the struggle over here. Like, but we pushing through. We are pushing through. No, my nose over here giving Rudolph vibes, child. It is what it is.
You look good.
So, well, we're gonna jump into the goals of this week because
Mhm.
we don't have a lot of time, and we weren't even here last week. Okay, so,
Boop.
and I'll tell you, I have not even wrote mine down, but I say,
Hmm.
yes. So I feel like for me, this week is definitely going to be a week of follow up,
Mhm.
follow up with all of the wonderful mamas that I met this weekend. It's funny, I was like, I feel like because I'm putting out the energy of like building community, gathering mamas, I think they're being drawn more to me, even in times where I'm not looking for it. Like even yesterday I was out and I was able to meet a really great mom. She was actually the aunt of the little girl she was with, but she has taken her in as a daughter for her sister. And just, she's now joined the moms off duty community, right? And so it's just, I'm super excited to just like connect with more and more moms and bring them into the fold of what we're trying to do with regard to helping them take and enjoy their free time. So one of my top goals this week, I think, is going to be like, following up with the moms from the conference, but also just inviting more moms into Moms Off Duty. And let's just go one by one, Eve, because as you're talking, I may think of another one.
No, that's good. So first one I have on here is better go to bed routine, going outside, scheduling time with be with friends over the weekend. I feel like over the next few weeks and stuff like that. I feel like I'm doing really good with spending time with my homies, so and being outside for the most part. So I'm gonna actually take those off now for this week and put better and like really just stick to like the better go to bed routine. I need to really get this together. So that's the one self-care one that I'm refining. And then for me,
I got a cough in y'all ears over here.
I'm done. No.
Now that you're saying that about going to sleep, I think in general for me, like, I have really been thinking about getting back to the health routine that I had when I was healing myself from cancer, right? And just getting back on it. And it's very hard because my mind says you can't do that now that you have all of these other responsibilities, because then I had no children, right? I was working full time. I was not a full time entrepreneur. And so I had way more money, realistically, and I had way more time. And so my mind is telling me this is not possible to do. But at the end of the day, it's like, then we must find the things that we need to do to make it possible, because health is most important. And so it's funny because one of my friends who went through her cancer healing journey literally with me side by side, all natural healing, she just happened to send me a text message this weekend and was like, "Hey, Inez, one of my friends has cancer. Do you remember the routine and stuff that we did?" And I was like, to me, that was like, yeah,
Okay.
confirmation. Like, to just be like, stay on top of it. So I'm gonna put that as my goal too for this week, is to decide like what I want my routine to be with regard to, like, the smoothies I'm drinking, the juices I'm drinking. I'm buying a new juicer I'm excited about. The food I'm going to be eating, and just really like ask for help and support from my village in order to be able to make that shift and maintain it. So I'm going to put that on here.
Well, that's good. And like literally, as we were talking about that, I was like, let me just be specific about, even for me, what does a better go to bed routine look like? And I like put like either I'm doing one or all of these things, just to give yourself options so that you don't feel bad if you don't like do it exactly in the way that you did. Like if I'm at a level 6, like what will be good for me? But if I'm at a level 10, what will be good for me? Like, in regards to like my routine. So like even with the better go to bed routine, like tea, stretch, pray, candle, maybe like actually doing some pleasure reading and stuff like that. And that stuff, and truly pleasure reading, not consuming more information, like so my brain could keep running.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a big one for me too. Like,
because me and you be the same, we be up at night like
right.
other things. And then also I'm thinking about like not necessarily putting my phone in another room, because I don't want to bother other folks in the space, but like literally putting my phone away for like 34 minutes or like an hour before I'm like, okay, I'm done, like gone, goodbye. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's real. That's very real. So the other biggest thing for me is I need to get a draw done on my property. And I need to get materials purchased. I'm putting that on here because that was supposed to be done last week. I sent the stuff to my GC. She was on vacation. She was still supposed to buy them on, I don't know. She said some of the stuff she felt like wasn't going to be nice for the house. I'm like, we need to have a conversation. We probably should have had a conversation before we left. just the thing. So I need to follow with her, get materials purchased, and get the draw submitted for work that has been completed.
Okay, this is good.
Um, Anything else on your end?
Well, I have a new research assistant about to start with me who I'm onboarding in like 15 minutes. Um, basically this week is all about setting her up for success to support me in like the four work streams that I have in the next 4 months before this contract ends. So that is like the main goal. September, October looking very cray cray. In terms of like all the things to do and all the travel that's slated, because but it will all be figured out. It will all get done. That's my second thing. On board my research assistant um and literally agree to like what we're gonna deliver in the next 4 months. That's what's important this week.
Hmm. Um, yeah, I also am like, I want to get into a homeschool routine. That's just it. Like, get into a routine. Right now, we have no real routine. Um, Usually I will find a way to get my children out the house, and that's about as much routine as we have. But there, now that I have decided to take on the reins of being their primary educator, right? Like, now that they are home with us, at least for this time until we're able to, like, I really love their school up the street. So, but we're like, we need to keep them coins for now until we finish this property. So, which is looking like, they won't be going back till potentially November. So in this time, I want to make sure that, I'm setting some sort of milestones for us. Like, what is it that I want them to learn while they're here, and figuring out how do I do that. So I'm going to put that on here, is like, choose homeschooling milestones,
That's good.
um, and create a plan.
Okay.
Um, um, what else shall? Let me think. I need to look. I'm like, because I didn't have. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to uh, get very clear on what I need support with Moms Off Duty. That's
Oh
the other thing.
yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's the
Clear
other thing.
and clear on what you need to do and what you're gonna delegate.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna put clarify the do's and the delegates
Mm-hmm. I love it.
for Moms Off Duty. Cause yeah, that is gonna be important. And then the other thing I'm putting on here, which is not something I've ever really done, but I want to keep my room clean. Like,
Oh, yeah, very good.
I want to keep my room and my office nice. Last week when this cold started coming, and I was just like, like, why am I got cold? I cleaned my whole office. I decluttered my whole office. I straightened it up. I cleaned my room, and I already can tell it's like starting to get dirty. And I'm like, no. So, I'm just gonna say keep my space clear and clean. Because it really is a way of lightening my mood and my energy. So yes. Anything else on your side, boo?
I have on here finding a tenant ASAP. The roof got done. Bathroom is
Oh, yay.
so yeah, and it rained in it and it held up. Love my folks. Viva la vida.
Wow.
Okay. So uh
Now, was that done by the company you sent me? The one that had the
mm,
special, the fall special, or no?
no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
that
no,
was
no,
bathroom. That
no,
was bathroom.
no, 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 no. That was for the bathroom. No, that was from the contractors that I had that fixed the basement.
Okay.
They're from Mexico. They're amazing. I love them so much.
I have to get
Giving
that.
them all the jobs. So the other thing I have here is find a second tenant ASAP. I don't know how that's gonna work while I'm not here. So I feel like I'm just gonna tell myself and be like, Eve, it's okay, release it. You will find the right person when it comes. So I'm gonna put that in my backlog instead of keeping it here. Cause like literally for the next few weeks I won't like there's no way. um because I will not be there to like show people the property and stuff like that. And yes, I can have someone else do it, but I feel like it just works better when I just handle it myself. So I'm just gonna accept the fact that I'm not gonna have all my dollars, but at least I got something coming in. Um, and then content days, prep 5 videos. Well, today's the day to record the 5 videos. Did I necessarily prep everything? No, not really, but we're gonna go on it with it because the power and the gift of this mouth that the Lord has given me. So yes, today I will record um 5 videos of content. Today's the day. I need to do it. Mm,
Oh, yeah. Um, yo, I just keep going back and forth. I'm like on applying for jobs. Like I really just keep going back and forth. Some days I'm like, F that. The next days I'm like, oh, I might want to do it. So I'm not gonna put that on my thing because I need to just meditate, pray on what I'm doing with that. But the other thing that's not on here that was on here 2 weeks ago was sponsorships and partnerships. So I think that is actually something that um have to I have to delegate a portion of that, like the initial reach out. I think I want to delegate. Um, and then the follow up can be me. But um, I think I want to, you know, figure out what's a list of businesses, local businesses here in Philly that I want to partner with or want to be sponsors, and then like start the process of reaching out to them to see what they would gift our mamas
mhm.
and moms off duty. So let me put create list of partners
Okay.
and sponsors. Okay, so this is all I'm putting on here. This is more than I usually put, but again, like there are a lot of things that need to be done.
Yeah, even with me, I'm like, I think yeah, we're not trying to do too much per se. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, as of right now, I have like the self care routine, the onboarding my RA, and getting very clear about what we're gonna deliver, and the content days, which is literally today. Which is literally today. I need to actually do all of that. But in regards to like what I'm calling in, because I still love that. I'm still saying the same things like calling in my next contract, ease of getting work done for the property, 100K before the end of this year, 100K more in dollars, getting accepted to speak at Harvard. Bring up hard stuff in therapy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I love
Mm,
it.
yeah.
I love it. What is there a service that you use for therapy? Or did you just find someone like an actual therapist?
I actually found an actual therapist. There's like a nonprofit in Philly that specializes in like psychotherapy, but like trauma therapy as well. And then like you have to like apply, you get on a wait list, and then you wait to get off the wait list, and then you provide them your insurance and like what your employment status is and everything like that, and then they'll match you and give you a sliding scale to like work with someone with the specialization that you need. It's pretty nice. My friend is like on the board of their nonprofit, so I've been with good old Jody for a good almost 2
Yeah,
years.
it's been a while. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because it took me 8 months to find a therapist during the health sabbatical. I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I end up finding her. So I think literally this September would make either a year or 2 years that I've been with her. I can't remember because time.
Mm.
But yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is good stuff. Okay, so I already know my word for the week because when I was at the conference this week, I realized, and this is something I have been battling with because it's not in my nature. I am a very planned person. I am a very prepared type of person. I think it's ingrained in me because I was a dancer and a performer all of my young years, and we practice to perform. Um, we don't, and I also was a scholar, and you study, right? You prepare, you do all the things. And so it's not necessarily ingrained in me to just do things on a whim or just move in my intuition. And then this weekend when I was at the conference, one of the things that I decided to do, after I felt like, I just did, I feel like in some way I didn't follow my intuition when it came to my panel. Like there's in the moment, there were certain things a part of my intuition that I wasn't following. And I know that, right? And so um throughout the rest of the day, I chose to kind of just start, pushing past the feeling and moving more into like, let me just do what comes to me to do or say. Right. And so at the end of the conference, we had to go to the front. We were all in a line and they had us come up and say our names and say, my name is blah, blah, blah. And the new me is some word. And so mine was, my name is Inez and the new me is intuitive. Right. And I'm like, okay, like the new me is intuitive. It's a person who, when I feel led to do something, I don't question it or I don't try to prove to myself that it's the right thing to do. Cause that's what I always do.
Mm.
Like research it. Is this the right thing? Are other people doing it? How many people have done it this way? What is up? Like, no, the new me does not do that. The new me is intuitive. And so like it was probably 100 moms in there. I think it was probably 100 moms in there. So afterwards I go back to my seat and some of the other moms are still going. And so one of the moms is like, my name is Robin and the new me is outside. She was like, outside. I was like, yes, honey, yes. And so as soon as she said that, I was like, she needs to know about Moms Off Duty. So
Mm.
while this thing is still going on, I get up from my seat, following my intuition, walk across the room. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you the mom who just said you were outside? She was like, yeah. I was like, so I said that the new me is intuitive. And my intuition just told me to come over here and tell you about my community of mom called Moms Off Duty. So I told her what we were doing. She was like, oh my God, like I definitely need to be a part of it. I was like, all right, give me your phone number and I'll just send you my digital card. So she was like, okay, it's 215. I was like,
Wait a minute.
I said, are you from Philly? She was like, I live in Philly. I was like, I live in Philly. She was like, oh my God. Like, so she's sitting next to three other moms. And they're like, we're all from Philly. They were like, we actually have a nonprofit where we provide resources for moms too. I was like, what? So it was just like, wow. So now she's like, I'm just so glad that you came over here and talked to me and, share this with me. And from that, I was just like, see, these are the things that happen when you follow your intuition, right? These are the moments that you cannot plan for. You cannot plan. There's no way you can plan for it. Like, so that is my word for the week. It is intuitive. It is a reminder for me to, listen to my gut and not even question her because the things she is going to lead me to, I cannot plan for.
Mm. Mm. What?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a whole word every single time? Outside.
Yes. All right. All right. Girl, we outside. We both better be outside in Philly.
Yes, yes, we are. That's
Oh
beautiful.
yes.
I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I don't know why my word last week was soft,
Mm,
which I feel like was good for me because
I do know why. Okay.
oh,
Because you need it in your life. Okay. Like
thank you.
it's
Thank you.
it's a reflection of potentially the new identity that you are taking on.
Yeah, so we're just gonna keep that word. I think I should keep leaning into softness,
Yeah.
studying softness, or not necessarily study softness. I think my therapist is really trying to get me to stop researching things I know, and I'm like, that's really hard for me. I'm like, this is
Me too.
my life. Like, I'm like softness, but like it's giving like I'm hearing softness and no, and I don't know why I'm hearing no, but I
Girl,
like
if you hear it, then you gotta say it.
yeah, right. I'm hearing like know that you know no,
Oh,
like like I need to learn how to say no more. Like, mm, and I feel like maybe that is a part of me leaning into my softness
yes.
because less is more. I really want to embody this like less is more. Um, and I had many moments throughout the week where I was like, I'm gonna literally let it go. I'm literally gonna just I've put in this much effort. I don't need to put any more effort. Like no,
Right.
like lean like now let God do what God needs to do to be able to have you see the fruit of your labor. Like you can stop tilling the land, you can stop planting the fruits, you can stop
Mm,
watering the soil. Like literally wait, there's nothing else for you to do. Like wait.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
yeah, softness and no
That's good.
is what's coming up for me.
That's good. I love the idea of like just allowing the harvest to come. And not even the harvesting, because the harvesting is work too. But it's like just allowing it to
Let the
come.
fruit grow. Yeah,
Yeah.
let the fruit grow. Come on.
So all right, y'all. Well, we're about to get into the work of it
Yep.
all. Y'all have a great week. Join us again next week. Drop in the comments if you are seeing this, what your word for the week is that you standing on business with in order to get your things done. And we'll see y'all next Monday. Bye.